In Genoa City, secrets, betrayal, and determination weave a tangled web, keeping tensions high. Jordan faces an unsettling revelation when she discovers Claire, a trusted confidant, has been disloyal. Choosing strategy over emotion, Jordan devises an elaborate plan for retribution. Her scheme, a carefully crafted trap, isolates Claire and exposes her betrayal, teaching a lesson to all who dare cross her. However, as the trap tightens, doubts arise about Claire's intentions. Was her betrayal as profound as it seemed, or could Jordan's interpretation have been flawed? Meanwhile, chance encounters a clue that propels him into a dangerous pursuit of justice. His impulsiveness raises concerns for seasoned Genoa City veterans Michael and Victor, who caution him against jeopardizing their delicate plans. Despite their warnings, Chance remains resolute, haunted by past failures, and determined to uncover the truth at any cost. His relentless pursuit not only tests his mettle, but also threatens to unravel the stability others worked hard to maintain, setting the stage for high-stakes confrontations. Across town, a custody battle over Harrison pits Summer against Claire in a heated rivalry. While neither woman has a legal claim to Kyle's son, their fierce determination creates chaos. Claire's manipulative tactics clash with Summer's resilience and love for Harrison, leaving Kyle torn between his past and present relationships. The rivalry threatens to destabilize Kyle's world as he struggles to shield his son from the turmoil, while grappling with his own doubts about providing a stable home amidst the conflict. Elsewhere, Maria discovers a chilling connection between her partner, Tessa, and the sinister Ian Ward, with plans seemingly targeting her daughter, Aria. Fearing for Aria's safety, Maria flees to the Newman estate, seeking sanctuary under Victor's protection. As Victor tightens security and investigates Ian's motives, Maria wrestles with betrayal, love, and suspicion. While Tessa appears frantic and determined to reunite their family, her true intentions remain unclear. With Ian Ward's shadow looming and the truth bound to surface, the unfolding drama promises life-altering consequences in Genoa City. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Tensions in Genoa City reached a boiling point as secrets, betrayal, and desperation created a tangled web of drama surrounding Nikki, Claire, and Sharon's mysterious disappearance. Nikki's decision to reveal her and Claire's secret to Victor sparked a heated confrontation with Claire, who felt betrayed by Nikki's trust in Victor's ability to handle the dangerous situation. Nikki stood firm, emphasizing her goal of protecting the family and saving Sharon, even as Claire's frustration boiled over. Torn between loyalty and fear, Claire found herself caught in a precarious position, questioning Victor's motivations and whether he would safeguard her interests or prioritize the Newman family at her expense. Meanwhile, Faith and Mariah pressured Claire to act swiftly, urging her to use her insight into Jordan's schemes to locate Sharon before it was too late. Sharon endured her darkest days, imprisoned and abandoned by Jordan, whose cruelty knew no bounds. Deprived of food and water, Sharon clung to memories of her family, Nick, Faith, and Mariah, as her only source of strength. Though Jordan's absence provided a brief respite from torment, it left Sharon to struggle for survival, her physical and emotional reserves dwindling. Desperation mixed with hope as she whispered to herself, willing her family to find her. Meanwhile, Jordan's absence was a calculated move as she tried to outsmart the Newman family. However, her confidence and underestimation of their resolve, especially Victor's determination, threatened to unravel her plans. Claire, despite her inner conflict, showed signs of resistance against Jordan, intensifying the battle to save Sharon. Victor's unyielding resolve to protect his family set the stage for an epic showdown with Jordan, whose cunning and ruthlessness posed a formidable threat. Late-night strategizing with Nikki, and mobilizing resources underscored Victor's focus on locating Sharon and dismantling Jordan's grip on the situation. Jordan's intricate manipulation and role as a villain reinvigorated the show's stakes, forcing the Newman family to confront not only external dangers but internal fractures as well. Fans were divided on how the confrontation would end. Some saw Jordan's demise as poetic justice, while others believed Victor's potential death would be a shocking twist, redefining the show and leaving a lasting void in Genoa City. Regardless of the outcome, the stakes had never been higher. As the confrontation loomed, Victor and Jordan prepared for a final clash that promised to be a masterclass in tension and drama. Victor's calm resolve and unshakable love for his family contrasted with Jordan's desperation and belief in her superior cunning. Whether it ended with Victor's sacrifice or Jordan's downfall, the fallout would forever alter Genoa City. Sharon's recovery and the Newman family's unity hinged on the outcome, while Claire's role in the chaos left her future uncertain. Fans debated the balance between satisfying resolutions and bold twists, knowing that the writers faced a delicate challenge in delivering a fitting conclusion. One thing remained clear: the confrontation would leave a seismic impact on both the characters and the show's legacy. Tension runs high in Genoa City as threats, betrayals, and power plays dominate the scene. Jordan corners Claire, threatening her life and that of Sharon to secure her safety. However, Claire, cold and unflinching, dismisses Jordan's threats, warning, "It's time someone ended you permanently." Claire's lack of sentiment renders Jordan's strategy ineffective, leaving her vulnerable. Unbeknownst to them, Cole overhears their heated exchange. Once allied with both women, Cole's loyalty now wavers as their escalating conflict forces him to reconsider his position. Torn between self-preservation and past allegiances, Cole contemplates how to distance himself without becoming their next target. Victor's missteps and rising tensions. Victor Newman faces his own challenges, determined to control a delicate situation while excluding Michael and Chance from his plans. Viewing them as liabilities, Victor's decision sows seeds of discontent. Michael, angered by Victor's dismissal, confronts him. "Your arrogance will get us all killed," he declares. Victor counters with calm resolve, but Michael's frustration festers, driving him to consider independent action. Similarly, Chance, hurt by his exclusion, starts investigating Victor's secrets, determined to prove his worth. Victor's decision to sideline them risks rebellion as both men begin to plot their next moves. The search for Sharon. Meanwhile, Victor focuses on locating Sharon, Nick's wife and mother of Victor's grandchildren. Sharon's disappearance strikes a personal chord for Victor, whose sharp mind remains steadfast despite his declining health. Hiring private investigators and mobilizing Newman Enterprises' resources, Victor vows to bring her back, even as his actions strain family dynamics. Victor confronts Ian Ward, a cunning manipulator suspected of involvement in Sharon's disappearance. Cornering Ian, Victor delivers an ultimatum: "You will find Sharon, or I'll ensure you never draw another breath." Ian, rattled and desperate, promises results but secretly knows the situation is more complex than Victor realizes. Fractured alliances. Ian, abandoned by his former ally Jordan, finds himself increasingly isolated. As he races to uncover Sharon's whereabouts, he stumbles upon a clue, but hesitates, fearing Victor's wrath if he fails. Meanwhile, Victor grows impatient, warning Nikki, "Ian has one last chance. If he doesn't deliver, I'll deal with him myself." What lies ahead? The stage is set for explosive confrontations. Will Victor's health endure the pressure of the search for Sharon? Can Michael and Chance's rebellion succeed without worsening the Newman family's instability? Will Ian find Sharon, or will his failure seal his fate? In Genoa City, loyalty and betrayal are intertwined, and survival often comes at a steep price. Jordan's plot to eliminate Chance Chancellor, Genoa City's top police officer, took shape under the cover of night. Fearless and determined, she stalked her target, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As Chance turned his back to review reports, Jordan made her move, incapacitating him with precision. The town's protector was taken down in a chilling surprise, and Jordan's plan to neutralize him was just beginning. Chance's capture was a calculated move to cripple Victor Newman, whom Jordan despised and saw as the obstacle to her ambitions. The scene shifted to a damp basement where Chance regained consciousness, bound and disoriented. Sharon Newman, another of Jordan's captives, sat in the corner, both relieved and terrified by Chance's arrival. She had endured psychological torment while being held captive, but the sight of Chance sparked a small glimmer of hope. Jordan, with a cruel smile, reminded Sharon that her survival depended on caring for Chance. Jordan's unrelenting confidence was clear, but her motives went deeper than mere revenge. Eliminating Chance was her way of weakening Victor Newman's empire. Despite Jordan's tight grip on the situation, Sharon began to piece together a plan for their escape. Chance, with his sharp mind and unwavering resolve, quickly assessed the strength of his restraints in the layout of the room. Though the chains were sturdy, his training and determination began to shine through. He encouraged Sharon to stay hopeful, and together, they would work to outsmart their captor. Sharon provided vital information about Jordan's routine, and Chance began to formulate a strategy, hoping to exploit any crack in Jordan's seemingly perfect plan. The tension between Chance and Jordan escalated when she returned to the basement to check on them. As she gloatingly dismissed the possibility of anyone coming for them, Chance took advantage of her distraction, slowly working to loosen the chains. Sharon, tasked with distracting Jordan, confronted her, challenging her plans. Chance continued to subtly shift his position, gaining small but crucial advantages with each passing hour. As their bond strengthened, so did their resolve. Their fight for freedom had begun, and the moment Jordan underestimated their resilience would mark her undoing. The romance between Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra was fragile from the start, a fleeting connection that seemed destined to fail. Fans of The Young and the Restless saw the breakup coming, especially with Adam Newman lurking in the background. For Billy, however, the end of his relationship with Sally was more than just heartbreak, it was a devastating blow. Sally had been a bright spot during his dark times, a source of comfort when he felt powerless after losing control of Chancellor Industries. Her decision to leave, especially for Adam, struck Billy deeply, intensifying his feelings of betrayal and humiliation. Sally's departure was not without thought. While Billy offered her temporary solace, her heart always belonged to Adam. Sally ended the relationship with honesty, knowing it wasn't fair to continue without genuine love for Billy. For her, choosing Adam reignited a spark that Billy couldn't provide. Yet for Billy, Sally's rejection became a tipping point. The sight of her moving on with Adam fueled his anger and despair. Already grappling with professional setbacks, Billy spiraled into a state of self-doubt and obsession, blaming himself, Sally, and Adam for his unraveling life. Billy's descent into self-destruction became evident as he isolated himself and fixated on revenge against Adam and Sally. Fantasies of exposing Adam consumed him, but even he realized such schemes wouldn't mend his broken heart. At his lowest, Billy questioned his worth and contemplated walking away from everything, including his life in Genoa City. It was in this fragile state that Chelsea Lawson, who had her own struggles with redemption, stepped in. Her empathetic support provided Billy with a glimmer of hope, reminding him that he wasn't entirely alone and encouraging him to confront his pain. Meanwhile, Sally forged ahead, unapologetically choosing a future with Adam. For her, the breakup with Billy was an act of self-preservation, a necessary step to stay true to herself and her ambitions. Fans remained divided over Sally's actions, with some seeing her as empowered and others criticizing her lack of compassion. As Chelsea and Billy's bond deepens, the possibility of a new relationship emerges, adding complexity to the dynamics in Genoa City. Whether Billy finds redemption or succumbs to his darker impulses remains uncertain, but his journey, like Sally's and Chelsea's, is far from over in the dramatic world of The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks, January 20 to January 31, reveal that some scary moments are on the way for several Genoa City residents. The week of January 20 to 24 will bring some tight spots and rogue moves, so let's talk about what's in store. There will be a preemption for presidential inauguration coverage on Monday, January 20, but brand new episodes will follow as multiple storylines heat up. Claire Newman will take Jordan to the tack house as she tries to build some trust between them. That'll leave Victoria Newman nervous about the danger for Claire, so she'll spill her fears to Nikki Newman. Victoria may make some troubling predictions and worry that terrible news could be looming. At Ian Ward's motel room, Nick Newman will help Chance Chancellor look for info that could lead to Sharon Newman's location or Ian's partner. There'll be some lipstick on a drinking glass, so Chance will deduce that Ian's been working with a woman. Jordan will appear behind Chance at some point as she listens in on a phone call, so she might realize the cops are closing in on her. As for Victor Newman, he'll have a hunch that Nikki is hiding something. After some eavesdropping, Victor may realize that a risky Jordan scheme is playing out. Whatever the case, Victor will ultimately lure Jordan into his own trap and leave her feeling cornered. Later, Victor will put Nikki on the hot seat about the secrets she's been keeping from him, so she'll have some explaining to do. In the sewer, it looks like Sharon will continue to hallucinate and struggle to make a getaway due to the PCP that's still in her system. Nevertheless, Sharon will keep hoping she can somehow flee and get back to her family. At Society, Maria Copeland will spot Ian pestering Tessa Porter again, so she'll put him on full blast. Unfortunately, Maria will uncover something shocking later. Will this be related to Ian's partnership with Jordan, or perhaps Area Porter Copeland's kidnapping? Whatever the case, things will take a more life-threatening turn for Sharon soon enough. Jordan may use Sharon's hostage situation as leverage, since she's the only one who knows where Sharon is right now. On a lighter note, Sally Spectra will have a surprise that's sure to delight Billy Abbott. Y&R spoilers say Billy will kick off a fresh chapter, so maybe Sally's surprise involves finishing the interior decorating on his new place. Billy indeed has a new home set that's going to debut soon, so he may celebrate Sally's hard work by getting passionate with her there. Of course, Billy and Sally still have a Paris trip coming up, so they may also do some planning. During the week of January 27 to 31, we'll see more Ian and Jordan developments. There's a good chance Nikki will position herself to be the one who takes Jordan out, so Claire may not get her way on this. Victor and Ian are also gearing up for the showdown of the century at the Newman Ranch, so the mustache could ultimately eliminate his rival for good. Based on behind-the-scenes leaks, Ian could face a fatal gunshot wound at some point during February sweeps. Over with Nate Hastings, he'll become increasingly suspicious of Damien and things that aren't adding up. There are hints to suggest that this Damien is an imposter, so Nate may figure that out sooner or later. Audra Charles will also deal with some secrets that threaten to spill from her history, so she may have a past link to this Fox Damien. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the next 2 weeks will help unravel some mysteries, so stay tuned for updates on all the highs and lows. We'll have other great Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news to read up on, so make us your favorite Y&R hotspot. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that some viewers were recently left wondering if Claire Newman might have turned back to the sinister side. Although Claire turned out to be playing Jordan, she's still dangerous on some level, considering her new attitude regarding her great-aunt. To be fair, we don't blame Claire for being pushed to her breaking point. Jordan honestly should have been taken out a long time ago, so it's good to see Claire finally realize it's the only way to truly neutralize her. However, it's strange to see Claire acting so nonchalant about killing someone, even if that someone is villainous, demented Jordan. It doesn't quite fit with the sweet, innocent Claire that the show's been trying to sell since she got out of the psych ward. Claire feels like this fatal Jordan mission could serve as her redemption, which is a twisted way of thinking. The truth is that Claire would probably never have been capable of killing anyone, even Jordan, if she hadn't been raised by this awful woman. Nevertheless, Jordan's influence is still there, even if that influence is presenting itself in a different way. That's something that could ultimately concern Summer Newman, especially now that Claire and Kyle Abbott are getting so close. Although Claire, Victoria Newman, and Nikki Newman will plan to cover up this fatal Jordan scheme, Summer may ultimately get updates on it. Whether Jordan ends up deceased or not, Summer may find out that Claire led the charge on an elimination plot. Of course, Summer hates Jordan almost as much as Claire for kidnapping Harrison, so she may not blame her deep down. At the same time, Summer could use this as an excuse to stir up more custody drama. It's been established that Summer already feels threatened by Claire's growing role in Kyle and Harrison's lives. Summer might latch onto this "Claire is still dangerous" idea and decide she doesn't want her playing a part in raising Harrison. Jordan is responsible for Heather Stevens' grim fate and running Phyllis Summers off the road, so Summer will certainly understand the desire to make her pay once all that comes to light. Even so, Claire's willingness to calmly plot someone's demise could give Summer a reason to push back when it comes to Kyle's relationship with her. Summer might argue that Jordan's influence on Claire is always going to be there and won't be a good thing for Harrison as he grows up. Will Summer's fight for custody reignite? Will Summer try to convince Kyle that Claire is too dangerous to be around Harrison? Our high and our predictions point to Summer finding some fresh ways to interfere in Kyle and Claire's relationship, so stay tuned to see what she'll do next. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Summer may react to some troubling news, so don't miss what's in store. Is where you want to be for fantastic Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your top Y and R source. Nick Newman's world was turned upside down when his wife, Sharon, was abducted. Desperation consumed him as he tirelessly searched for her, knocking on doors, calling friends, and chasing leads. However, his efforts yielded no results, and the only person standing in his way was Jordan, the woman responsible for Sharon's kidnapping. Jordan used Sharon as a pawn in her own twisted game, keeping her hidden and refusing to divulge her location. Despite these obstacles, Nick's love for Sharon fueled his determination, and he refused to give up. One night, Nick had a vivid dream in which Sharon appeared, fragile yet luminous. She spoke only a name and a location, a clue that sent Nick into a frenzy. While initially skeptical, he followed his gut and embarked on a journey to the place from his dream, desperately hoping it would lead him to her. Upon reaching the remote location, Nick discovered a hidden cellar door, and his heart raced as he descended into the darkness. Inside, he found Sharon, pale and unconscious. His relief was short-lived as he struggled to revive her, but a faint stir brought in hope. Nick's love and unwavering commitment to Sharon were evident as he carried her out of the underground chamber. He vowed to never take a moment with her for granted again. After driving her to safety, the family was reunited, and Nick reflected on the strange, almost supernatural chain of events that had led him to her. Sharon's survival was a miracle, but their love and determination were what truly brought her back. The ordeal left Nick and Sharon stronger, and their bond was unbreakable despite the challenges they had faced. When they returned home, the sight of Sharon alive and safe was a dream come true for their daughters, Mariah and Faith. While some fans of the storyline felt that the prolonged abduction plot was unnecessary, Others appreciated the emotional depth it added to Nick and Sharon's relationship. The reunion of the family marked the end of a long and painful chapter. Nick and Sharon's love had proven unshakable, and as they embraced their new beginning, they were left to wonder whether there was more to the strange dream that had guided Nick to her. For now, though, they were simply grateful to be together. The drama in The Young and the Restless just hit a whole new level, and fans are on the edge of their seats. In a jaw-dropping turn of events, the notorious Ian Ward is back, and this time, he's done the unthinkable, kidnapping little Aria. As Mariah Copeland spirals into panic, the entire town of Genoa City is thrown into chaos. Will she find her daughter before it's too late? Let's dive into the latest shocking spoilers. Ian Ward strikes again. Why Aria? Longtime Y&R viewers know that Ian Ward is one of the most dangerous villains to ever haunt Genoa City. From manipulating cults to kidnapping innocent people, Ian is a master of deception. But why has he targeted Aria, Mariah, and Tessa's beloved daughter? Sources reveal that Ian has been lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Some speculate that he's seeking revenge on Mariah for her past involvement with the cult. Others believe he has a much more sinister plan in mind, one that could change the Copeland-Porter family forever. Maria's desperate search. Will she find Aria in time? The moment Maria realizes Aria is missing, she goes into full panic mode. Racing against the clock, she calls on her wife Tessa, Sharon, and even Chance Chancellor for help. But with Ian's history of covering his tracks, will they be able to track him down before it's too late? Sharon, who has dealt with Ian's twisted mind before, warns Mariah that he plays psychological games. He's not just dangerous, he's unpredictable, she tells her daughter, urging her to stay calm and think strategically. But how can a mother stay calm when her child is in danger? A shocking ally steps in. Could Adam help save Aria? Just when all hope seems lost, a surprising person steps up, Adam Newman. While he has plenty of dark history himself, Adam knows what it's like to be on the wrong side of Ian Ward's schemes. Could he be the one to help Mariah get her daughter back? Whispers around Genoa City suggest that Adam might have inside information on Ian's whereabouts. But will Mariah be willing to trust him? Or will her desperation push her to make reckless choices that could cost Aria everything? A heart-stopping rescue or a tragic end? With Ian growing more unhinged by the minute, the race to rescue Aria is coming to a terrifying climax. Will Mariah, Tessa, and their allies manage to save her, or is this the beginning of a heartbreaking tragedy? One thing is certain, Genoa City will never be the same after this shocking storyline. Stay tuned for more twists, turns, and emotional showdowns as The Young and the Restless delivers one of its most intense storylines yet. In this gripping chapter of The Young and the Restless, the Newman family is plunged into chaos as Claire faces her darkest hour. For weeks, Claire wrestled with guilt and fear, pushed to her limits by Jordan's relentless manipulations. Determined to end the nightmare, Claire resolved to confront Jordan alone. Armed with only a kitchen knife and her unwavering resolve, she ventured into a secluded warehouse to face her tormentor. Jordan, ever the cunning adversary, met Claire with mockery and defiance. "Look who finally found her courage," he sneered. But Claire stood firm, declaring that his reign of terror would end that night. As tensions escalated, Jordan lunged, disarming Claire with ease and forcing her into submission. The tables had turned, and Claire found herself at Jordan's mercy. Unbeknownst to Claire, Victoria had followed her, driven by a mother's intuition. Arriving at the warehouse, Victoria witnessed Jordan towering over her daughter, knife in hand. Without hesitation, she intervened, putting herself between Jordan and Claire. As Jordan lunged with the blade, Victoria shielded her daughter, taking the blow herself. Claire screamed in horror as Victoria collapsed, blood pooling beneath her. Jordan, realizing the situation was spiraling out of control, fled into the night, leaving chaos in his wake. Desperately, Claire clung to her mother, her hands trembling as she tried to stop the bleeding. Help arrived swiftly, with paramedics rushing Victoria to the hospital. Among them were Elena and Nate, their professionalism a stark contrast to the frantic scene. Claire accompanied her mother, guilt-stricken and consumed by fear. At the hospital, Victor and Nikki arrived, their faces etched with worry. Victor's usual stoicism cracked as he embraced Claire, assuring her that the blame lay with Jordan, not her. Victoria's condition was critical, her survival uncertain. The Noonan family rallied together, donating blood and holding vigil outside the operating room. Hours later, Nate emerged with cautious optimism. Victoria was stable but faced a long road to recovery. Meanwhile, Victor launched an all-out effort to track down Jordan. Calling in favors and activating his vast resources, he vowed to make Jordan pay. Days later, Jordan was apprehended at a rundown motel, her defiance intact as she taunted Victor, claiming the damage she inflicted was irreversible. Victor, unmoved, promised to clean up the mess and protect his family. As Victoria regained consciousness, her first words were for Claire. Overwhelmed with emotion, Claire apologized, blaming herself for the ordeal. Victoria, weak but resolute, reassured her daughter that their bond was what mattered most. The Newman family had weathered yet another storm, their unity tested but ultimately strengthened. Yet, the scars left by Jordan's betrayal lingered, a stark reminder of the dangers that come with trust misplaced. This latest saga in The Young and the Restless underscores the power of family bonds in the face of adversity, setting the stage for future drama as the Newmans strive to rebuild and protect their legacy. The Young and the Restless, Victor and Jordan's deadly showdown. The climactic confrontation between Victor Newman and Jordan has left fans of The Young and the Restless eagerly awaiting the fallout. This showdown is a turning point, with consequences rippling through Genoa City. Whether it marks the end of one chapter or the beginning of another, one thing is clear: nothing will ever be the same. Jordan's legacy, villainy, and chaos. Jordan's reign of terror in Genoa City has been nothing short of iconic. Her cunning, ambition, and chaos shook the Newman family to its core. For some fans, her death feels like a fitting conclusion to her arc, a final strike that reunites and strengthens the Newmans. Yet others argue that her survival could lead to even greater chaos, with Jordan regrouping to fight another day or achieving a victory so complete that even Victor is brought to his knees. Victor Newman, the fight of his life. Victor Newman, the unyielding patriarch, faces one of his greatest challenges yet. Protecting his family has always been his priority, and his willingness to go to any length to ensure their safety has defined his character. But this time, the stakes are higher than ever, and Jordan's unpredictability makes the outcome uncertain. Victor's steely determination and strategic mind give him an edge, but a single misstep could cost him everything. As Victor declares, "I'll do whatever it takes to end this," fans are left wondering whether his resolve will be enough to overcome Jordan's relentless drive. The fatal blow: who survives? As the dust settles, the immediate question is whether Jordan is truly gone. Victor may have dealt the decisive blow, but Genoa City has a history of bringing characters back from the brink. Could Jordan rise from the grave, much like J.T. Hellstrom once did? Fans speculate that Jordan might have a secret plan, an unknown ally, or even sheer determination to return and wreak havoc once more. On the other hand, some theorize that Victor could be the one to fall. A shocking twist like Victor's death would shake Genoa City to its core, leaving the Newman family to pick up the pieces. His absence would create a power vacuum, forcing Nick, Victoria, and Adam to navigate the challenges of leadership while grappling with their grief. The Newman family in turmoil. The aftermath of this confrontation has left the Newman family fractured. Victor's distrust of Victoria and Claire for their secretive actions has driven a wedge between them. Nikki's impassioned pleas for forgiveness highlight the emotional toll of their decisions, but Victor's anger and disappointment remain. For Victoria, the possibility of losing her father's trust is devastating, while Claire struggles with guilt over her role in the ordeal. Having been shaped by Jordan's manipulations, Claire faces an uphill battle to prove her loyalty to the family she's only recently found. A story far from over. Whether Jordan's death is final or Victor pays the ultimate price, the aftermath of this showdown will leave lasting scars. The Newman family must confront their choices and rebuild from the chaos, but the specter of Jordan's influence will continue to loom over them. In Genoa City, no ending is ever truly final. The line between life and death is blurred, and the past has a way of resurfacing. As fans await the next chapter, one thing is certain: the drama is far from over. Brace yourselves, the young and the restless fans. Genoa City is about to be shaken to its core with a jaw-dropping revelation that no one saw coming. Nick Newman stumbles upon a moment that could change everything. Jordan and Claire locked in a suspiciously emotional hug. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. What follows is a DNA shocker that will leave viewers gasping. Let's dive into the explosive details. Nick's shocking discovery. While making his rounds at Crimson Lights, Nick spots Jordan and Claire in a secluded corner. Their embrace is more than friendly. It's secretive, tense, and packed with unspoken words. Nick's instincts kick in immediately. What could Claire and Jordan be hiding? His suspicions grow as he recalls Claire's recent cryptic behavior and Jordan's sudden reappearance in town. A web of lies unravels. Determined to uncover the truth, Nick starts digging. It doesn't take long for him to stumble upon a buried secret that threatens to destroy lives. DNA results linked to Claire reveal a shocking twist. Her true parentage is not what anyone believed. Who is Claire's real parent, and why has this been hidden for so long? The fallout begins. As Nick confronts Claire about her secret meeting with Jordan, emotions run high. Claire's world begins to crumble as she's forced to confess the truth. The DNA results expose a tangled web of deception, involving not just Claire but several key players in Genoa City. Family loyalties are tested, and deep-seated rivalries resurface as the bombshell spreads. Victor's next move. You can bet Victor Newman won't stay on the sidelines for long. With his family's reputation on the line, Victor steps in, determined to control the narrative and protect the Newmans from scandal. But will his efforts to clean up the mess only make things worse? And how will Nick's discovery impact his already fragile relationship with his father? Romantic and business alliances shaken. The DNA revelation doesn't just affect family dynamics. It also has ripple effects on romantic relationships and business alliances. Will Sharon stand by Nick as he grapples with this discovery, or will the strain push them apart? And how will this scandal impact Newman Enterprises and its ongoing rivalries with Jabud and Chancellor Winters? Fans speculate wildly. Social media is ablaze with fan theories. Is Claire connected to a long-lost character? Could this twist bring back a familiar face or introduce a new one? Many are buzzing about potential ties to iconic troublemaker Sheila Carter, whose name alone spells chaos. Whatever the truth, fans are bracing for one of the most unforgettable twists in the Young and the Restless history. What happens next? As Genoa City braces for the fallout, one thing is clear: this DNA bombshell is just the beginning. The revelation will set off a chain reaction, forcing characters to make impossible choices and confront their darkest secrets. Who will rise from the ashes and who will fall apart? Don't miss a single moment of the action as the drama unfolds on The Young and the Restless. With secrets, betrayals, and shocking revelations, this week's episodes promise to be the most unforgettable yet. Stay tuned, because in Genoa City, the truth always comes at a price.